Hey everybody, thanks for watching String 'em Up. My name's Dave Holland, and today I'd like to post a short companion video, a bonus if you will, to my last video, the Practical Theory for the New or Confused Guitarist, Major Key Edition Part 1. In that episode, I addressed two distinct groups of people, new guitarists and confused guitarists. Well, I'm hoping that that video may have already helped some of the confused players. So this video is for the new players. So grab your guitars and let's look at the most efficient way to learn and use your first batches of chords. Now, in my last video, I detailed a method for figuring out how to group primary chords into related groups or keys. And if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out and then meet me back here. And this list is behind me and it shows 5 keys worth of primary chords, which we will refer to in Roman numerals as a 1, a 4, and a 5. And one of the ways that we can use this list is as a lesson plan or a syllabus, which shows us not only which chords to learn, but also the order to learn them in. Now, all of the chord shapes we're about to discuss can be found in any chord encyclopedia or on a million websites online. But after years of teaching private lessons, I've learned that watching someone make the chord shapes in addition to looking at the diagrams, students respond quicker and understand the diagrams better. Real quickly, let's lay out some ground rules for reading chord diagrams. Number 1, the chord diagram is a grid, or a matrix, in which the vertical lines represent strings and the horizontal lines represent frets. Now, the 6th string, or our bass string, is on the left side of the diagram. 2, dots represent the location on the grid where we place a finger, and the number underneath the dot tells us which finger to use, and they are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rule number 3, a 0 beneath the string tells us to play that string open, and an X means, well, don't play this string. And also anything in parentheses is optional. Got it? So let's assume we're in a private lesson together. Okay, so this is a C chord. So why are we starting out with a C chord? Because it's the first chord on our list. Now maybe take a few seconds, pause the video, and get a feel for grabbing the C chord. So the C chord, if you think about it, is actually fairly easy to make. Just make sure you're arching your fingers and don't skip on the finger pressure, okay? So the next chord, the F, which we see F is next in the list, would look like this. Now, let's just hold on for a second. I would never ask any student to play this as their second chord. So we're going to cheat a little bit and use this. Now this is what we call an F major 7. Notice it uses the same 3 fingers on the same 3 frets. Now can you see why we use this voicing instead of this one? Well, this voicing doesn't have the first finger bar, which allows us to keep the same first finger position, and we simply change the locations of fingers 2 and 3. Now notice that changing from a C to an F major 7 is nearly effortless. So let's return back to a C chord. Now let's take on the G. But wait, we're actually going to do a G7 instead. Why? Well, because of the chord shape, which looks like this. Now, if you'll notice, the overall fingering matches with the shapes of the C and the F, making them an easily playable set. And they look like this. Now, if we look carefully at the list, if we want to learn the chords for the next key, the key of G, how many new chords do we have to learn? Well, we do know a C and we know a G7. So all we really have to do is learn a D, right? Well, in principle, yes. And for future keys, working under our current set of ground rules, that will be the case. But we kind of have a problem here. Notice in the chart that only the 5 chord can be played as a 7th chord. So that means we can't use the G7 as a 1. So we're just gonna have to suck it up and learn a regular G. And that G looks like this. So according to the list, we already know the C, but notice that the switch from the G to a C is fairly drastic. Now, there's an easier choice. Let's go back to the G for a second. Now watch this. We play the G and we go to a C add 9. And this is a really modern way to play the C, and it should sound great. But how easy is this combination? Now, at this point, all we have to do is pick up a D. Now, unfortunately, again, we just have to suck it up and learn how to make this one. The easy way to visualize it is as an upside down period, 1, 2, and 3. And if you think about it, it's so drastically different from these two that there are no shortcuts. Or are there? Watch real quickly what happens on the second string. Our ring finger never has to move. And thereby it anchors all 3 chords together. And so here are all 3 of these chords in a progression. Now, notice at this point, to learn the next key, or the key of D, all we have to do is learn an A and join it with the D and the G we already know. So the A chord looks like this. And it plays nicely with the rest of those chords. Now for the key of A, all we have to do is learn an E chord and join it to the A and the D, which we already know. And the E looks like this. So that gives us a set. And to learn in the key of E, we just have to learn a B, except we're going to make it a 7th chord, because otherwise B is a bar chord, and that's out of the realm of our conversation today. And the B7 looks like this. And so at this point, you should get the idea that for every other key that we go into, we just have to learn a new 5 chord for the new key that we're working on. So now that we know which chords to use and how to play those chords, work your way through this chord progression in each key. And this will strengthen and familiarize your fingers with these shapes. And more importantly, it'll tune your ears into the sounds of the relationship between each of the 3 chords in a given set. Now, my next regular episode will be an exploration of the blues form, which incidentally will focus on the 1, 4, and 5 chords that we just finished working with. So don't miss that one. And also, just so all of you know, any bonus episodes like this one will usually be posted in conjunction with curriculum items that I'll be discussing that week with one or more of my institutional classes, like my beginning guitar class and my beginning ukulele class. And so some of these episodes may seem out of the continuum of regular material. So if you see a random-ish video that shows up, know that it's intended as a midweek reference for those students in those classes. But also remember, everybody's welcome to watch and pick up some tips. And also, just as an extra heads up, I'll be doing a ukulele version of this lesson as a bonus in a week or two. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching String 'em Up. My name's Dave Holland, and remember to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the channel's content. And also feel free to leave comments and suggestions, especially for any topics you'd like to see in future episodes. So everybody have fun, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.